Here we are, more Castlevania. Let's just tear up the rest of this game. It's gonna go easy now. Currently at 170% completion. So not much left. Maybe an hour, maybe two. Just gonna tear through stuff. I am gonna be thorough though. I want to see every bit of this. Get as much of the map unlocked as I can without going to any extremes. Let's take a look at that map. Where are we at? Chapel's been done pretty well. We're gonna drop down in the hole here and fight whatever was here to the right, right? That was the plan. Oh wait, no, this is the chapel still. We've already done everything that was in the hole. So we just have the top part of the map left, is that correct? I think so. What would have previously been the bottom of the map? Well, this isn't the place to be then, if that's the case. Oh, this room's not explored though, so... Am I poisoned? No, I'm not. Oh, okay. I don't know what a backroom knife is, or if that's a real thing. I think it's supposed to be a kukri knife, is what they're showing there. If you've read the original Dracula, you'd know that Bram Stoker was really excited about his discovery of kukri knives. A lot of kukri knife stuff in there. Dracula is killed, not with a stake, but with a kukri knife. Really thinking about this map, how much of it's been explored, and what the best way is around. Probably the fastest way to this is to teleport to that center area. The teleporter that's just above me. And then work my way up to where the clock is. And then out to the left, and then up from there. We've already explored every outlet from there, right? Yep. Why isn't this working? I have magic, why isn't that working? down towards. Worked eventually, I guess. Weird. Ooh, that's a piece of shit. Ah, damn it. That's really frustrating. Holy shit. This part sucks so goddamn bad. Like, this is so hard compared to everything else in the game. It's actually the two most difficult things in the game, and they put them both in the same area. Like, it's crazy. They put the Nova Skeletons and the floor traps in the same area, and those can do like 60, 70 damage to me, despite me having like a really high armor rating. It's very stupid. I think there's a save on the other side, thank God. $200 points down, 210 points down. Damn. Max hearts anyway. Oh yeah, this is where you do the nightmare sequence with the succubus. I don't know if there's anything over here this way though. I don't think there is. In fact, I think that room has just no... It's like an upside down save room, but with no coffin in it or anything, or interactivity at all. That's my prediction, at least. Let's see here. I don't remember. say prediction because I have absolutely no memory of how they handled this area. The same items though, aren't they? Meal tickets. All of them are meal tickets. Which means I should have at least 8 of these now, but probably a lot more. That's the normal same room. Just nothing. Yeah. Peanuts. Oops, that was a waste. That was a whole lot of hearts, man. $100. It's like I have like $30,000 now, and I could probably like double that by selling all the fucking gems I have right now. Bring me up to like 60,000 gold. But the duplicator costs 500,000. 500,000. How much grinding that is? That's the whole thing about the duplicators. By the time it would be cool to have, it's just completely pointless. Like you've already beat everything in the game a million times over. It's just a toy, not something for actually playing the game with. And here's the second. Oh, this is just stupid. Watch. Second doppelganger fight. You're against the level 40 version of yourself. Gives you an idea of how well you'd do if you had to fight against the Crissaegrim. Not well. Better than most monsters in this game, I will say. Even this pathetic display is far longer than anyone else survives, for one thing. You guys do some damage. And you're gonna get the double boss just like on the right side of the castle. There's another boss right here. Or is there nothing in here? The Dark Blade. Oh, that's like the third cursed weapon I found or something, right? That's actually a really good sword, except for it's not. It's a one-hander that does like almost the same damage as the Crissaegrim, except for it doesn't hit 100 times. And you can't swing it super fast over and over again while you walk, so it's nothing like the Crissaegrim. before we get into all that, because that's another huge area. Let's do all this. There's basically 2 areas left. There are 3. Which all 3 comprise the greater, larger area of what would normally be the bottom of the map, now the top of the map. And there's this whole thing to my right with all of its water areas to explore on the ceiling now. And the stuff that connects back to the beginning of the game, which we've already explored, so we don't have to go back through the beginning of the game at all. That's one area. The other is the area that where normally you have to get it to break the board to go down, and then the other area down is where you normally have to break the floor by the ice, over by where I fought that doppelganger just now. So those are the 3 areas. That's the board area, which has a whole bunch of stuff in it, you know. We'll do that next, and then we'll do the ice area last. This is where being the dog comes in handy, so you can continue to move up. See, it's the way to do this. You have to do the dog. Some trick to that. I don't know what it is, but I made it work. back. Nice. Looks like we're on the Sunstone now. I was like, yeah, it looks like my stats have taken a hit. They had. They indeed had. That's all of that. That whole leg is filled in. Now we've got two others. This is a big one right here. Got some bosses and stuff in it. Frankly, this board was broken before. Forcing me to kill him. Alright. Didn't expect that to happen. Yeah, you too, buddy. Come on. You really wanted to fight, but it turns out, terrible idea. I gotta take a little break to use the bathroom and stuff. I'll be back in a little while with more Castlevania Symphony of the Night. There's only a little bit left, so stick around and see the epic finale. Speaking of the epic finale, when I do get to the ending, I would like to show the credits. A lot of games, especially a lot of Japanese-developed games for consoles, did not have credits prior to this. Like that was kind of a thing that started in the late 90s. The issue here is, once again, I've talked about this many times, this game's credits, just like so many other games, has some sort of song on it. And I bet it's copyrighted. It's probably a copyright strike waiting to happen. So I'm going to try and hit a compromise this time where I mute the audio on the input capture without skipping the credits entirely. We'll see if that's possible. Because I hate to screw them out of their credit, but at the same time, they kind of screw themselves by putting these fucking copyrighted songs over their fucking end sequences. So, I don't know. Don't know what to say about that. Anyway, I'll be back in a little bit. Alright, here we go. Picking it back up. Knock the rest of this shit out. Oh, it's death.
So, you've made it this far. In the name of your father, cease this foolishness.
Not while there's a breath in my body.
Is there breath in your body, Alucard? You're undead. I don't know about
your
that.
soul this night.
Uh-oh, now it's his true form. Pretty tricky. This is a body part. Hell yeah. Look at these stats. Ripping ass. Ripping dick.
This switch hasn't been pressed yet.
Shit. Nice. Those life apples will fully resurrect you. Only fairy forms that I've gotten several. Means I could have a bunch of lives if I wanted to fighting something. This is all silly, easy at this point because of the power-ups I have gotten. Mostly, especially this weapon, which is just stupid. Stupid weapon for lazy players. There's the Alucard sword, which is even better than the elf sword, as you can see, and it's a one-handed. Porter. How much more is left in this area? Maybe a lot. Shiitake business up in here. this is where the worst boss is. But I got the tool for dealing with him. And that's that barrel circlet that I was talking about being so important that you get before you get here. Sorry, it's my habit to save constantly. It doesn't take that long. Yet another library card. Shit. You know, walk armor is 52 at this point, but it doesn't have the resistances that this other thing has. I don't know which is actually better to use. this is. Hold on. Alright, we need to check out the rest of this room. There's a lot more going on here. Oh no, that's the only direction I haven't been. Okay, never mind. Never mind. J. It's a lot of defense. You lose one stat and everything else. That's maybe worth having. You know what? That's a lot more defense, though. Look at that shit. I had no idea that was a thing. Alright. This is the old room of nothing. It's time. This feels more like Final Fight than the actual Final Fight does, just because it's slightly more effort. It probably is the hardest boss in the game. Galamoth. This would normally be really annoying. Instead, it's healing me. And look at how much damage this asshole can take here. This guy is so much stronger than Shaft and Dracula combined. This is hilarious. By far the strongest enemy in the game. Can I make him move any slower? Maybe. Maybe that worked, I don't know. Righteous dude. That one's for fire heals. Those circlets are so useful. Gas cloud. Oh yeah, now I can actually do poison damage in gas form. That used to be how I beat Beelzebub, but I mean now I just get the Crissaegrim first, and it doesn't even matter. Also, the topaz circlet doesn't help on him because he doesn't actually do poison damage. The only thing it does are those things that drip off the bone enemies, basically. There's very little poison damage in this game, making that one of the most useless circuits, and just a generally kind of useless item. You gotta walk it back. Jesus. Quick here. Alright, here we go. Yeah, so this whole thing's going to take over an hour, but less than 2 hours. That's the way it's looking right now. And I'll have the game done in less than 8 hours for sure. Probably closer to 7. You know, if you didn't know your way around this game first time you play it, it's probably going to take most people somewhere between, assuming you know to get to the second half of the castle, it's going to take you between like 10 and 15 hours probably, and that's normal. A lot of people got probably over 20 hours of gameplay out of this because they played through it, beat it, like, hey, that's only like 6 hours. That only took me like 6 hours, 5 hours to get through, whatever. And then they learned that they had to do the other castle, and they went back, and then they did the other. And it took a longer time because it was hard back then if you didn't know what weapons to use, and blah, blah, blah. Harder. Not that this game's ever hard. This is not a hard game. But yeah, it is a game that I'm probably too familiar with at this point to get the full value out of too. And yet I still love it because of nostalgia. Enough to where I'm excited to play it again at some point just to show you the PSP differences that are in the Castlevania PSP. What was it called? Dracula X Chronicles? Or PlayStation 4 Castlevania Requiem, which will be the version I'm playing, I'm sure. I don't think there's any difference between those two. This is not the best way back. I should go. I should teleport around. I should probably go to the one in the opening area. Oh, wait. Damn it. Oh, damn it. Never mind. Let's forget that we were teleporting at all. I gotta go through that ice area. The one where you bust the ice on the floor, now ceiling. Right here. I'll show you. Basically, I gotta back out of this shit entirely. Is platinum even a strong material? I don't know if I've ever heard it being used for armor before. Seems silly. Third area and final area that I was referring to looking at before we go to the end of the game. Beat the game. I know I'm not going to hit every bit of this perfectly, but it's fine. As long as I get most of the mapping in there, it'll show up with normal movements. That's fine. Force of Echo. I finally have the ability to do this. Destroy things with bad echoes. And is that all that's up here? There's not really more to that area, is there? That was actually a really small area. Alright, I guess we're going back to Clock Tower. The fastest way is probably actually to drop down the hole over on my right. We'll save on the left when we get down there. And then we'll go to the right over where the clock tower is. Alright. Easy peasy. Just gonna drop back out of here, basically. Go, dropping down the hole. Save the game. Wait a second, that's not the save. There we go. Ready to see the ending of Castlevania Symphony of the Night? Hell yeah. Time to test muting to see if it works. It does. I can mute the audio separate from the video with that button. Okay. Because if I mute the device, it mutes the video as well, which is something that I do for other reasons, like transitions and stuff. I'm getting a little better with OBS all the time. I'll probably save it again at the right of the clock tower. Although I think there's a save inside of there, so maybe that's unnecessary. We'll see. Poison gas, assholes. Pretty sure the clock is completely useless against him. I don't care. I'm not going to use a sub-weapon. I'm not going to use anything. I'm not going to use any items. I'm not going to power myself up before I do it. I'm not going to do shit. Because this is a completely bullshit fight with the Crissaegrim. It is much, much easier than that giant, like, monster I just fought. Which is by far, again, by far the strongest, enemy with the most health that does the most damage of anything in the game. He's by far the hardest enemy. Oh, and his attack covers basically the whole screen. And the barrel circlet makes him into a giant healing machine that is just a damage sponge, and you stand there and mash. So it's really all just about trying to get as much of this map explored as I can before I start this. let's blow this shit away.
You have done well in making it this far. I would expect no less from the son of our master.
So you are the one who is controlling Belmont.
Yes. I am the dark priest called Shaft. This world must be cleansed in the forge of chaos.
Why did you make Belmont lord of this castle?
For centuries, vampire hunters have defeated evil with holy power. But if two vampire hunters were to fight each other...
But Belmont's power is supreme among vampire hunters. None other could defeat him.
Exactly. That's why I removed him as a threat, by making him into lord of this castle.
But your plan has failed.
Has it indeed? We'll see what happens after I destroy your weak human side.
Yeah, good job on doing that, Shaft.
No!
You claim to love the darkness. Go then and dwell there for all eternity.
Just talking about Shaft.
But my goal is achieved. Count Dracula has come to purify this corrupt world with the searing flames of chaos.
His balls just fell off.
Father.
Well met, my son. It's been a long time.
I was hoping we would not see each other again. I can't allow you to leave here, Father.
You have ever been the ally of humans. Have you forgotten what they did to your mother?
Think you I would forget such a thing? No, but neither do I seek revenge against them.
Still uttering the same nonsense. No matter. Now is the time to put aside your weak human side and join me in remaking this world!
Dracula, in the name of my mother, I will defeat you again!
Behold my true form and
It took a few more hits than I thought. He still didn't even manage to do 100 damage to me. I'm not sure why we're not getting the voices here. This seems to be a glitch. It's possible that and I've had this happen a few times, that my my capture card's audio's glitched out and stopped, and I think that's what happened here. And while that's unfortunate, I was about to mute the capture card anyway because the end credits have a song that, in fact, yeah, hard to say what's happening here. The audio's not coming out of the screen monitor either, so I don't really know. I think the capture card is just way down on me probably though. But like I said, kind of convenient. Convenient that it did it. Oh no, it was the game. The audio's returned. Only to be muted here and again in a second. So it glitched out and didn't play any of the ending dialogue. Interesting. That's really weird. Really weird. Kind of shitty. I wonder if that was an emulator glitch or an issue with the ROM or the game's software just glitching like in a way that could happen on real hardware. Any of those things are possible.
So you made it.
Alucard, I'm glad you're all right.
I'm sorry. 'Tis my fault you had to fight your own father.
Fear not. I had my own reasons for destroying him.
It must have been painful for you.
Indeed. But you must always remember that the only thing necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing.
I understand.
Alucard, what will you do now?
The blood that flows in my veins is cursed. 'Twould be best for this world if I were to disappear forever.
I see.
Farewell, then.
This
We'll
isn't
not
the
meet
good
again.
ending. If you beat it in less than 5 hours
Alucard.
before sunrise,
want to go after
when I
him,
needed to
Maria?
use the sunstone there at the very end of the game, if
I'm
I'd done it
sorry.
maybe 30
I
minutes
can't
faster.
let him disappear from my
Um,
life.
It's all right. Go after him.
Oh yeah, this is
Perhaps
the
you can
better
save
ending.
his
There's
haunted
an
soul.
even better ending, I believe,
Thank
if
you,
you beat it
Hector.
before sunrise.
Fare thee
Maybe
well.
I've never done that before.
And yourself, dear lady.
If you take more than like 9 hours or something, she's just like, "Oh, I'm sorry that you're leaving. Well, that sucks," and then she leaves with victory. This is the song I was referring to. Go ahead and mute that out of the. So that's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to let these credits play with it on mute, so that you can't hear the song. Or hopefully you can't hear it. Let me go ahead and mute it on my TV too. Because, yeah, copyright law sucks, and that's probably how that goes. But I am going to let it roll out, as I always do. However, I'm sad that it's over, but, you know, like I said, we'll play it again just to hear the other audio version of it. At some point, I'm not going to rush into that. Instead, what I'm going to do is play all those other Castlevania, Metroidvania style adventure games, the 3 GBA games and the 3 Nintendo DS games. So I'm going to work my way through those eventually. And I'm not saying I'm going to beat every one of them either. I might get lost, confused, and bored with, or otherwise dislike one. I'll just quit playing it. But we're going to give them all a shot. I'm sure they're all at least pretty good. As you can see, this was mostly made by Kaji Iga, who, and I'm sorry if I'm ruining your name there, sir, Iga-san. He is he works on the Bloodstained games now. He designed Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, which is a great game. I hope that gets a sequel at some point. Excellent game. After I do all these Castlevanias, I might do that as well. Not again, this is not a back-to-back thing. In fact, I'm probably going to be streaming again later today, this afternoon, or this evening. And when I do, I will be playing Doom, I think. Probably some Doom. I don't know. Unless I change my mind and want to do something else. This song is called I Am the Wind, the song you're not hearing right now. I'm sure there's some way that you can watch it that pleases the copyright holder of I Am the Wind on YouTube, but I'm not doing it here. So hopefully this will be brought to you in every region, commercial free, as always. Oh, there it goes. And we're back to the beginning again. So, I always like to let the credits play out when I play through a great game, and man, Castlevania Symphony of the Night is a great game. It is a 10 out of 10, pure perfection, best platform adventure game on the PlayStation, or damn near anything. One of the greatest games ever made. Uh, Within its genre, it's certainly up there with Super Metroid. Those are just amazing games. You should play them. You should play Castlevania Symphony of the Night. You should play Super Metroid. This is peak video game right here. So I don't know what more you want, people. Castlevania. Anyway, thanks for watching and have a good one.